Aloha! Welcome back to DeFi Tactics. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do not make any financial decisions based on my word alone. Always do your own research. With that said, today we're going to discuss how to pay back a Flair loan. We're going to go through the process of gathering all our Canary dollar, repaying that minted Canary dollar, and then releasing our Songbird collateral. Let's get to it. So here we are on the FlareLoans platform under the Your Nest section. We can see there's a collateralization ratio of 189, almost 190%, which means that the wrapped Songbird price is actually up higher. We're sitting at a 44-cent wrapped Songbird price. So the total amount of our Canary dollar debt is 1,918.082 Canary dollar. This is utilizing a collateral of 8,130 wrapped Songbird. So in order to pay back this debt and release that collateral, we need to repay this 1,918 Canary dollar, and then we can withdraw that wrapped Songbird collateral. So let's go ahead and check over at the stability pool. We can see that in the stability pool, we've got 1,413.8265 Canary dollar. So this means we need an additional 500 and roughly 5 Canary dollar more than the Canary dollar in the stability pool in order to pay back that debt. Well, let's jump on over to the Flair farm platform. We can see that we've got 696 Flair X liquidity pool tokens staked in the farm. Those Flair X liquidity pool tokens are made up of 50% Songbird and 50% Canary dollar. So in order to see how much Canary dollar value is in this 696 Flair X liquidity pool tokens, we want to head on over to the Flair X platform. So now that we're on the Flair X platform, we're going to want to switch over to the Liquidity tab to figure out how much Canary dollar is in those liquidity pool tokens. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to minimize the screen because the user interface when messing with the liquidity can get a little choppy. So we're going to go ahead and click the Change Stake button, and we're going to select the Remove tab. On this bottom input here, we're going to enter the amount of liquidity pool tokens that we have, which is 696, and this goes to show that we would remove 483.55 Canary dollars if we were to cash in on those liquidity pool tokens. This leaves a balance of around 30 Canary dollar that we will need to swap Songbird into Canary dollar in order to get that 1,918 Canary dollar balance, which we will use to pay back the loan. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're back at the Flair farm and we are going to change our stake and remove all of those liquidity pool tokens by clicking Change Stake. We are going to select the unstake option and we are going to slide this slider all the way to the max. Then we will click the unstake Songbird Canary dollar liquidity pool button and we will wait for confirmation after we click the confirm in the MetaMask prompt. We got a successful transaction, meaning that there's no more staked liquidity pool tokens in the farm. However, you notice we still have some unclaimed D-Flair sitting there. So at some point we'll need to claim that and then go ahead and put that into the D-Flair staking. So now that we've withdrew our liquidity pool tokens from the farm, we're going to head back on over to the Flair X platform. Additionally, we can always double check by going to our MetaMask extension, going to our assets and scrolling down to the Flair X liquidity pool asset on that wallet. You can see that we've got 696.685 tokens, which is the sum of what we removed from the farm. So back on Flair X, we're going to switch over to the Liquidity tab and we are going to click the Change Stake. As you can notice now, you can see that the balance under the Your Tokens tab is now increased to reflect the amount of liquidity pool tokens we have. When you have those liquidity pool tokens staked in the farm, this balance will show up as 0. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click Change Stake. We are going to click Remove, and we're going to slide this slider all the way to the max to remove 100% of our liquidity pool tokens. We're going to click remove. We are going to click confirm to confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction, meaning we no longer have any liquidity pool tokens. If we go up to our MetaMask extension up here and click on the assets, you can now see that we've got 483 Canary Dollar and our wrapped Songbird balance has increased to 1,062.945 wrapped Songbird. So before we figure out exactly how many Songbird we need to swap into Canary Dollars to pay off the debt, we're going to head back on over to the FlareLoans platform. Here, we're going to migrate over to the stability pool and we are going to withdraw all of our Canary Dollars staked in there. Remember, we're withdrawing this to pay off the debt that we owe, which is in the form of Canary Dollar. So we're going to slide this slider all the way to the max. We're going to click withdraw and then we're going to confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction. As you can see, not only is there no Canary Dollar staked in the stability pool, but it also withdrew the liquidation profits and the DFLR rewards. So just to double check, let's head on back up to the MetaMask extension, click on the assets, and as you can see, the wrapped Songbird balance increased by 10 from what it was after withdrawing the liquidity pool tokens. And you can see that the Canary Dollar is now sitting at 1,897 Canary Dollar. So let's head back on over to the nest to confirm. If we want to pay back our debt, we need to pay back 1,918 Canary Dollar and some change. Currently, we have 1,897 Canary Dollar. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap the Songbird into Canary Dollar to make up that difference from this balance to what is owed. So we're back over on the Flair X platform. As you can see, the Songbird to Canary Dollar swap rate is 0.4552 Songbird per Canary Dollar. So I want to make sure that I have enough Canary Dollar to cover the debt. So I want to receive 25 Canary Dollar. I'm going to do that by inputting about 55 Songbird into the swap function here, or swap input. So 55 Songbird into Canary Dollar will get about 25.03 and a whole bunch of random numbers after that, Canary Dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click swap Songbird to Canary Dollar. And I'm going to confirm the transaction. We got a successful transaction, and as you can see, the balance of the Songbird has decreased by 55 Songbird, and the Canary Dollar has now increased over that amount that we owe. So let's head on back over to the FlareLoans platform. And now that we're in the Your Nest section, we're ready to first repay the Canary Dollar, and then we're going to withdraw our collateral. So we're going to go up on the top right and we're going to click Manage Debt. Here is where we can manage our debt by either taking out more Canary Dollar against our collateral or repay our debt. In order to take out more Canary Dollar, you can slide this slider over to the right, and if you want to repay your debt, you would slide this slider all the way to the left. As you can see, this would put our debt at 0, and we get a little notification here that says you are about to repay your loan. We got a successful transaction, and as you can see, in the Your Nest section, there is no longer any Nest information there. So since we repaid the whole debt, we automatically received that wrapped Songbird that was used as collateral into our wallet. As you can see, if I go up to the MetaMask extension in the top right, it shows up as 0 right there. But if I give it the old refresh and then click the MetaMask extension up there, we can see that the wrapped Songbird balance has increased by that 8,000 or so Songbird. Wrapped Songbird. Part of the protocol is when taking out a loan, you take out an additional 100 Canary Dollar. We'll call it a deposit. This helps incentivize people to stay above that liquidation ratio and incentivizes people to liquidate bad debts. So if you notice, I go up to the extension in the MetaMask up top, and you can see I have 104 Canary Dollar still sitting in my wallet. This is because even though I paid back the whole debt of 1,918 Canary Dollar, the amount of debt I took out was $1,800. So while we went to close the nest, we paid off the original balance that we took out of $1,800. However, because there was a deposit of Canary Dollar of 100 Canary Dollar reservation fee, we retain that 100 Canary Dollar reservation fee. So if we wanted to swap that, we would need to manually swap that Canary Dollar into Songbird tokens. So that's how easy it is to repay our collateralized debt on FlareLoans. All it is making sure that we have enough Canary Dollar to pay off the entire debt and then knowing which buttons we need to click. If you got anything out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and left me a comment in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check out that join button next to the subscribe button. Also, go ahead and check out my Patreon. The link for the Patreon is down in the description down below. So that about wraps it up for this video. Again, I just wanted to go over how we can repay our Flair loan. As always, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. We'll catch you next time on DeFi Tactics. So a little update on the water situation. I haven't showered in 3 days. I know, gross. According to the Department of Health, there might be petroleum in the water, and a lot of people in the neighborhood, they can see a sheen or they can smell the fuel smell in the water. So long story short, it's been a rough couple of days. So I'm hoping that this all gets resolved, and yeah, I can actually take a decent shower. This means that the Canary Dollar and the stability pool were just shy of... So this means that we are just over... We're not over, we're under. So this means that we need to... No. This leaves a remaining balance of around 30... This leaves a balance of around 30 Canary Dollars that we need to pay back. So since we repaid the debt, we automatically received all of that wrapped Songbird that we used. So that about wraps it up for this video. Again, I just wanted to go over how we can repay our debt.